I'm just chilling now in Lagos. Finished my hike of the Rota Vicentina, and before I came away a few people asked me to do a gear video, what I was going to be using, so here we are, spending a few days here in Lagos, so I might as well do one now for you. Here's a backpack. It's a Packs Atom Plus Custom, 2 side pockets, nice stretchy back pocket. It's got a nice little stretchy pocket underneath, so you just put stuff in. I'll show you that in a bit. So let's delve in, shall we? This is exactly what I took. There's a few bits missing, like I've got some food and everything like that, so we'll go through it and I'll explain as I go along. I'll start at the side. I have my trekking pole, which I used. It was in my hand most of the time. I put it in the pack now and again. Obviously I use that to help set my tent up, along with these 2 little things. It's a little adapter to create a V-shape, and then what I used to have is this little pole which extends out and in, and that just goes in there like that, and that goes in like that, and that creates your shape for my tent. Super light, all made of carbon. Yeah. Little camp stove, BRS stove in there, little spork, yeah, you know the usual. Little titanium 500ml cup. I had a gas bottle. I've now disposed of that. Obviously you can't bring those on the plane, so I managed to order one off Amazon Spain, and I had it delivered to the hotel I stayed in the very first night in Santiago de Kim. So when I got there, that was all waiting for me, so that worked out just right. So in the front I had some waterproof socks. I never used them once. I keep my tent pegs in there. I carried a few different ones. I carried 8 of these Eastern 9-inch pegs, and then in there there's some little MSR carbon cores, because I know I was going to camp near the beach here sometimes, and I didn't think the little carbon cores would have been long enough, which proved out correct. And I'd put those in, and if I could find a few rocks, then I'd put the rocks on top of the pegs to stop them pulling out. Work the treat. Some wet wipes for cleaning. I had a little dry bag here on the back, which had some little down gloves. Used them quite a few times early in the morning. Little beanie hat, buff, never used. So the little OOM Halo waterproof jacket. I only really used it today, really, when I was wanting to do my laundry. Same again with the bottom, some Montane waterproof trousers. Never use them, but I am the rain man, I had to bring them. And the last thing in here is my filter, water filter. Never use that again. A lot of videos I've seen of the Rota Vicentina tell you you don't need one. I didn't listen, I brought one anyway. Never used it. I could have used it on the back roads of the historical way. There was quite a few streams. If needed, I could have used it, but obviously I was able to top up my waters at little towns and little cafes, so I didn't need that. That's all that's in there. Side pocket 2 water bottles, 2 1 litres. Generally only add this one full and that one would be empty, because you do pretty much every sort of 4 to 5 hours pass a little town or somewhere where you could actually top up again. I'd only fill the 2 up if I knew I was going to be wild camping on the evening. So I'd have one of them full, one empty, along with a little, I don't know where it's gone. Oh, here it is. Along with that, in the front pocket there, and that was just on the front strap, so I could just get it out easy. Worked well. Also, seeing that we're talking about the front straps, I keep my phone in here, along with a little power bank, Samsung S22. Used to just take pictures, the odd video of that, but mainly it was just there for social media purposes. A little power bank, Night Core 10,000 milliamp. They're really good, those are, absolutely brilliant, super light, about 150 grams, quick charge. So I used to just like call it at the calves and top them up, or if I stopped in a little hotel or B&B, then I'd charge them up fully on the night. Very good. Carried this little solar charger. I seen someone have one who did the Tour Mont Blanc and says it was pretty good. It weren't very dear, about 20 quid. But to be honest with you, it's gone in the bin, I think. I think it took more charge out of my power bank than it actually put in. So yeah, wouldn't recommend. I'm just so tempted to take it home and just try it again in the summer. But I mean, I had sun nearly every single day, and I had it strapped on the back like that, so it was getting the sun all day, and it just didn't seem to do anything. Whether it's a dodgy one, I don't know, but shan't be bringing it again. Right, where are we? That's that. Oh, while we carry on the straps, I had this chest pouch, which was on the front. What I had in there was my guide. Used to just tell you like interesting facts about the war. I'd had a little charger that's actually plugged in at the minute, a wall charger, so I could charge up when I got to little casting things. Spare GoPro battery. Das Bass 007 stickers. Used to give them out to anyone who was interested. And a pen and a bit of paper. Used to keep head torch in there. It's handy because I did use it one night. Just some tissues. I made with the odd snack, but generally I put my snacks. Where's that one gone? In my hip belt. Just wear that around the waist. Used to keep my glasses in there and inside of here. I had my sunglasses, which was on my head, top of my head. Most of the time, some little earpods. I bought some earphones just in case the earpods, just in case I couldn't charge the earpods. But I didn't really use either of them. I used them probably once on a section of the historical way when it was just a bit monotonous trudge, so I just chucked some music on to pass the time away. I had some sun cream and some lip balm. And a little more proud towel thing. And obviously I chucked some snacks in there for the day. I'd have like my porridge, a coffee sachet and a morning little alpine breakfast thing. Because what I used to do most of the time is I'd get up, get deep pitched, crack on for about an hour. But before that I'd have like a little alpine breakfast bar to start the day, and I'd walk an hour, 2 hours, stop, have a coffee, do some porridge, chuck the tent up, let it dry out, and then obviously get cracking again. So that was all in the pouch, just save me having to get everything out of the pack again. So that's everything on there. On the side pockets, what do we have here? Right, this is like a little first aid thingy. There's some foot cream. I used to rub that on my feet each night. It just like serves your feet after you've been on them all day. It's called Gaywall. Snow Matrix recommended this off his channel, so I tried it. It seems to work fine. Never had one blister, so I'm happy with that. A little bit of Vaseline. I used to rub that in between my toes and on my heels or wherever you think you might get a blister, and then put my socks on and start walking. And then in here, it's a little Dyneema bag with some Savlon, headache tablets, you know the store, some tape, bits and bobs that you just think you might need. There's a needle and thread, things like that. I ain't going to get all that. I used to put that in a little bag in that side pocket there. And on this side, some spare reading glasses. I've got a little backpack there. Now I bought this so when I was on the plane I had that as a carry-on bag, and obviously because you can't put like batteries and sort of certain things in your hold luggage, so I put it in there. And then I had my batteries in there, my water filter, because if you put it in the hold then obviously it'll probably freeze and it won't work again. Not that I needed it. Oh, these I didn't use these, but I did use these on the coast to coast. The little foot things. Now they were planned to use them for, what I didn't need them was I just put them on my feet around the camp, or like somewhere like walking out here. If it was damp, put them on, and you know, just save getting your feet all messy. So yeah, but I didn't use them this trip, but I did use them on the coast to coast, which is why I bought them. Right, the piece de resistance. On the top, we have a little sit pad. I made that myself. I'll explain later. And inside on the top, I've got my tent, Locust Gear DCFB. I never really had it stored in its storage bag during the hike. It was normally just folded up, left in the top. It was generally normally wet, so it was just rolled up and left in the top of the bag. And I used to just get it out when it needed to dry it out. I've just dried it all out overnight and put it back in its pack. Similar to this, it's just my ground sheet. It's a DCF ground sheet. It's got some bungee cords on it. So when the tent's up, they just flick around the pegs and it holds all the ground sheet in place. Works a treat. And then what I've got is that's a dry bag which is all folded up, so if that is wet, the tent and the ground sheet is wet, it don't get inside the actual pack. So you fold this down so it's watertight, and then anything that was damp used to go on the top. So in here, a little microfiber towel, which is generally in my wash bag, but because it was wet I didn't put it in. Food bag. There's still a few bits left in this. This weighed actually 2 kilos when I left. I had 5 days worth of food. So there's just a few bits left in there. Some Liverpool Hikers mushroom jerky. Never got around to eating it, sorry Heidi Ryan. But it will be there for the next hike. And 2 meals. 2 5 pots and something to eat. Well, actually that's a pudding. I don't know why I just forgot that I had it and I never ate it. But I like to keep 1 meal always in my pack for emergencies. And that used to be in this little clippy bag. And then there's just some snacks and things left in here. There's some tablets there I used to put in my water bottle first thing, electrolytes. And I've also used to keep in my bag my passport and then some spare money. That was always kept in there with the food. This is my little wash kit. Basics, toothbrush, toothpaste, ear dependent, earpods. Little midge net, didn't need it. You know, basically some wash stuff, so that's in there. And that would normally be in there, because it was damp, I didn't bother putting it back in. Little electronics bag, charger, little GoPro battery charger, and just some bits and bobs, some leads and that. And there's a little bung there from the tip of my trekking pole, so when I pack it, because this went in the hole you see coming over, because I had the trekking pole, weren't allowed to take that on board, so I put that on the tip so it didn't damage the pack. Getting there. This is my Thermarest sleeping pad, and this is the pump sack that goes with it. A little seat summit pillow with a little buff that I used to put over it to make it a bit softer. Thermarest Uberlight works sound. A lot of people don't like them, so they're flimsy, but it's lasted me, so I'm going to keep it. Little bivvy bag, it's a Katabatic bristlecone bivvy, and because I didn't use any inner, I just used that ground sheet. I used to have this to put my mat in and my sleeping bag. Just kept my sleeping bag free of any condensation basically, because it's a down sleeping bag and I didn't want it getting wet. And again, I had 4 little bungee cords on that, which then clipped onto the 4 corners of the pegs again, so that kept in place in the middle so it did not slide around. Right, clothes bag. Didn't take a lot. I've got a spare t-shirt which I used to sleep in. I had this Senchi hoodie in there and a white t-shirt. That was always in there. Spare pair of pants. Social media. Spare pair of pants. 2 spare of socks. I had a pair for the night time if I went to a B&B and went into town for something to eat. And I had 2 pairs of Injinji walking socks, which I used to rotate, rinse out as I needed, as and when. So obviously that was a bit bigger than that. But I've been to the laundry. I've been to the laundrette this morning, and it's all out there now. Little puffy jacket, perfect, super light. It's a Yeti make. I obviously used to wear that on an evening. Sometimes I'd sleep in it if it was a bit nippy, but not very often. And then my sleeping bag, well, sleeping quilt. It's a Cumulus Tiaga 250. It's good down to about 2 or 3 degrees, but with the bigger bag, with the puff jacket on, you'd probably be down a bit lower than that. I wasn't cold at all. And obviously I'd have it's all in this Dyneema dry bag. And right at the bottom, which we just left at the bottom, are 2 little trash bags, and I'd use those when I packed it up for the hold. Yes, you know what I mean. And that's that. And one last thing, which I mentioned earlier. Oh, I forgot something. This little foam mat that used to go under my bivvy bag and used to protect my mat from any punches or anything, which is where, I said earlier, I made this. I just cut that off the end of that and made a little seat mat, so it works well. And right at the bottom, in this little thing, there's another little rubbish bag. And then the last thing I've got is a little rain cover. And what I use this for, obviously didn't need it for hiking. When I had the trash bags on, that was wrapped around it and then sealed up with these little straps, and then that encased my pack for the plane, for in the hold. And that's what I brought with me, really. All this weighed, without food and water, 5 kilo. With food and water, it was never no more than 9 kilo. Considering I had 2 kilos worth of food, and that sort of went down pretty quickly. And it was a litre of water every day, kilo. And then obviously that one. But some of the like the batteries I'd carry on the front, so you didn't really feel the weight on your back, which was good. But what I'll do now is just show you what I walked in. I ain't doing well, this is all one take. I have this little Rab sun hoodie for walking in. They're absolutely brilliant, so light, dry, super quick, little hood on. I used to wear the hood if it was sunny, and if my hat was sort of light on the back and I couldn't bother to take it back off to get it off, I'd just chuck the hood up. Love it. There's my hat. Sometimes I'll have it strapped on the top of the backpack, you see. But instead of having it in, instead of it being in my front pack, instead of it being in my front pouch, it used to be strapped on the back. So I used to just put my hood up first, and then when I stopped, I used to get the hat off. Again, a little Rab wind shirt. Love it. Used to wear that first thing in the morning, but when it was nippy, but it didn't take long for it didn't take long for that to come off. Pair of Patagonia shorts. They've got little stretchy pockets on the side there. I used to keep my wallet in there, like that. Again, it's just a little dime in my wallet, and I used to keep that in there, and that was always there. So if I got robbed, they probably wouldn't think it's in there. They'd nick me bloody pack, and I still have my money. That was my thinking. That was my thinking anyway. Something like that. On the feet, I'd have these little Montane gaiters. They used to strap on like that onto the shoes. Ideal because you're walking through a lot of sand. And when I had those on, I never got no sand on my shoes whatsoever. That was a bloody miracle, I think. Then I'd have 2 pairs of Injinji toe socks. I've just washed them. Smell nice now. They stunk before. Yeah, so Injinji toe socks, 2 pairs of those. 1 pair developed a couple of holes in the big toes, so I've just chucked them away. No need to take them. And then foot choice were these Ultra Olympic 6s. I've had a couple of pairs of these now, and I love them. They dry out really quick, comfy. They let your feet spread out because there's a nice wide toe box on them. Yeah, I really like them. They don't last brilliantly long though, but if they stop you getting blisters and they're comfy, you know, I'm going to go with it. And that's it, I think. Have I forgot anything? Don't think so. So yeah, so I'm just chilling out now in the hotel in Lagos. I'm going to spend another 3 or 4 days here, I think, before getting a flight back home. And I'll see you again soon. I may do a little update video on what I think of the trail and what was good and what was bad. We'll see if there's any interest on that. If there is, drop a comment and I'll maybe do a video on that. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting me. See you on the trail.
You and me, we meant to be in the great outdoors.